All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're at. This is Josie out in Chicago. Just wanted to go over a couple things that sold for us this week. Trying to do a little catch up. We've been super busy, so I haven't been able to put out as many videos as I hoped I could. But with the busy season coming up, that's the way it'll be. Whenever I have time to put up videos, I will definitely put one up. Or if I see something came up that is super important, or something that I found that perhaps you guys can benefit from, I will certainly try to do a video right away about that. But for now, I'll just show you a couple of things that have sold for us here. This was one of those Foster Grant glasses that if you saw one of my other videos, this is, I'll try to link it up on top if you haven't, but we were able to buy 125 pairs of these Foster Grant glasses on a bulk deal that we did. The glasses ended up costing us about $1.50 each. They were all brand new, with the exception, well, they were actually all brand new with tags, with the exception of about seven of them. Seven of them were still brand new, but they just didn't have the tag to them, so we could still list it as new. But either way, we paid about close to $2 to maybe $1.75 for each of these glasses, and this was the first pair that sold for $18.95. It was listed for about a week before it sold, so we're happy to take the $18.95 shipped. After fees and everything else, we probably made about $12 in commission off of this one. So $12 profit, not bad. We will definitely take that. Well, I was super excited to see this one sell. This one actually sold yesterday, which was September 26th. And as you can see, we listed this on September 15th. So it took about 10 days for this, 11 days actually, for this to sell, which was fine because we sold it for $125.95 or $18.95 shipping. This is one of the cash registers that again we did a video on. Ended up paying $61 for this cash register, which was a lot. I usually don't go over $20 when it comes to these cash registers, depending on how much I can make. But even paying $61, we still ended up making about $40 in profit after everything was said and done. So, not bad. I would definitely take $41 in profit any day of the week. I was a little shy, a little low on the shipping. Should have probably been closer to $30 in shipping. But even with that extra $10, I ended up paying with the shipping to FedEx, which is the cheapest I found. No, that's not true. I ended up shipping this through UPS because UPS was cheaper than FedEx or the post office. So I went to UPS and ended up paying about $38 to ship this instead of 18. Wait, that's not right. About $30 in shipping instead of $20. So it was an extra $10. But what I might do next time with the cash registers, I only have one left from the four. I already sold the other three. But this one, what I'll probably do if I pick up one more, or I do have one more that I'm selling for parts, I'll probably put it down either as calculated shipping, or I'm going to probably pack it first and then weigh it and then put that for the shipping. That way I don't have to pay out extra money in shipping, because I did eat into our profit a little bit. It should have been closer to $50 or $55 in profit, but hey, $40 in profit. I am not gonna complain. I was more than happy to pack this thing up and ship it out to the person. Going out to California, that's probably why it costs so much. And I'm out in Illinois, so that's probably usually when I send stuff out to either California or up to New York. The farther the distance it has to go, the more it's gonna cost. So, had this gone somewhere closer to like Indiana or Michigan, something like that, then I'm sure it probably would have been like $25 in shipping instead of closer to 30. But either way, sold this for 125 or 18.95 shipping, and ended up making about $40 in profit. Now, what I've noticed with these cash registers, this one along with the other two that I have already sold, when I list them either here on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or even on Mercari, um, they're taking between anywhere from 7 days to 12 days to sell. So if you do pick up a cash register, just keep that in mind. It could take 1 or 2 weeks to sell. Take very good pictures. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I sold my other one. And then I sold this one and the one before this one here on eBay. But the fees kind of eat you up, as you can see, when you do stuff on eBay for heavy items like this. So whenever you could sell them locally, it's better for you. It's more money in your pocket. But either way, this was a $40 profit, so we were happy to take that. Let me show you what else sold this week. Alright, here's a Monopoly game, and as you can see, I'm trying to keep these dates up here so you guys can see how long the listing was on there. This was on for about a good month before it sold, but it sold for $12. I ended up picking this one up on Retail Arbitrage. I picked this one up for, I believe it was over at Walmart. They had a clearance going on. It was like $2. Uh, Took about $2.85 to ship, so I was in about what, $5. Another dollar here in fees or $2, so that's 7. So this was a good $5 profit. So I was happy with this one. And these little card games, they do sell. Sometimes you can pick these up over at Five Below. So if you see these Monopoly deal games, these special ones like this that says Hong Kong edition. If you find anything that's not a regular Monopoly game, but something that's out of the ordinary, you look them up because you could make some decent money on them, and they're super small, so they're not gonna take up a lot of space in your drawer or in your office. You can just throw it on the shelf like I did, and then when they sell, you make a good $5 profit on there. So it's a little bread and butter item, not bad. So we're happy with this one. Alright, here goes a little SIM card adapter, Nano Micro Standard. It's a 4-in-1 converter. Came up on September 1st. We ended up putting this one up there on eBay. Today's the 27th, so it took about 20 days to sell, but not really, because I probably have 300 of these, and these things sell once or twice a week. They cost me about 2 cents. Got this on a bulk deal off of a buddy of mine out in China who had just a whole bunch of them. He actually sent me a message in Skype and said, "Hey, I've got these nanos. I'll ship them to you. 2 cents each. You want them?" He had about 300 or 500 of them. Send me a big box of them, so I just have them stacked up there. As you can see, I have 9 available. I really have like 90 available or a couple hundred available. But I sell these on here as well as Macari, and I sell these on the Facebook Marketplace for about $5. These things I just slap a stamp on there for 75 cents, so I'm making about $3 profit off of each of these. I'm more than happy to throw these on here, and I put them for 30 days at a time, and then I just renew it and renew it and renew it so that I get a new eBay ID number. But yeah, these sell pretty nice and steadily. Another bread and butter item. Alright, these little robots are kind of cool. I picked these up actually last year around this time. Maybe I think it was the end of Christmas last year, so I've been sitting on these for quite some time. Picked them up off of one of my wholesalers, ended up getting about maybe 10 of them. Sold a couple this week, so maybe there's a new Star Wars movie coming out. I'm not sure. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. Don't hate me for that. I do go watch the movies, but I'm not into like, ooh, Star Wars is out and buying a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff. But this was listed about 9 days ago, and it sold for $9.95. I ended up getting these for about $1 each on clearance. I don't remember if I think I got this off of one of my wholesalers online. He was doing a clearance, and I just picked up the 10 that he had for $1 each. I figure, again, something super small. I thought it was cool. My husband's a big Star Wars fan, so I really got it for him to play with. And these came out about the same time that those big ones came out. They came out last year. They were like 3 feet or 4 feet tall, and everybody was buying them for like $500 or something. I figure I'll get these little wind-up ones, and then they can put the big one by the small one. That probably look kind of cool in their house, or the kids can play with these. But yeah, I picked these up for $1. They're super light, so they ship for about $1.86. So I'm in about $3. $4 because of the fees here. So this is like a $4 profit item, another bread and butter item that sells pretty good. And I think I have one, maybe two left, and they'll probably sell this week. So yeah, it's a cool collectible. I'll probably just keep one for myself. They come in little baggies, um, so I might just keep it just to have something to put on the shelf there. I like keeping little collectible things like this. So let's go on to the next one. Alright, if you guys saw our retail diving, which is what I'm calling dumpster diving now it's called retail diving. I notice when I tell my family I go retail diving, they don't give me that stink look. Like, you're diving in dumpsters? Why? Well, this is why. We go retail diving now, and we found a whole bunch of these movies over at a local like GameStop kind of store. If you saw our video on that, my daughter came with me and she was super excited. And I told her that anything that we sell, I would give her a profit from it. She just turned 10 years old and she loves dumpster diving, retail diving, and she loves looking for new things to sell. She's always thinking outside of the box, which I absolutely love, always giving me new ideas to find new items for us. But we sold this one here. We tested all the CDs in here. Everything worked perfectly. We actually ended up watching a lot of the movies that we ended up finding. And we sold this one for $17.95 shipped. Did not weigh that much, so I think we ended up paying about $5 in shipping for this one. So that brought it down to what, $12.95. Another $2 in fees, or $3. So that's about $9 in profit that we made off of this. With the $9 in profit, I ended up giving four to my daughter for helping me out on the dive, and she was super happy with the $4, and it just continues to add up. We ended up picking up couple $100 worth of videos, and I still have a VCR and DVD player I have to list up. That we tested them, everything works fine, so that was great. But we just had a party this weekend, so I wasn't able to list all that stuff up. So I'm hoping to do that this weekend and reorganize the office downstairs once again. But either way, we got this for free, as we got it in our retail dive and sold it for $17.95. And that's why it's worth going retail diving. Let's go to the next one. Alright, here's one of those items that I listed and it ended and totally forgot to relist it again. It probably sat in my bucket for months and months and months. I was cleaning out the office last month, or the beginning of this month actually, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about this little mermaid fork and spoon set." Which I had on Amazon. I actually had it returned to me because it just sat there forever. And I put it away, forgot about it. And then I just put it right back on eBay as soon as I found it. And it sold for $7.95 with free shipping. This is one of those clearance items that we picked up as well at the beginning of the year. And probably would have sold a long time ago had I relisted it. But sometimes that happens. Stuff comes in and life happens and you forget to relist it, and then you wonder why stuff doesn't sell because it's not listed. So that's why I'm cleaning out my office again, so that I can go over all my listings again and make sure everything is listed, and list things that have not been listed, because now is the perfect time with Q4 now upon us. But this cost us $1. It's just a spoon and fork set. It's a kid set, so it costs what, $2.85 to ship. So that's about $3-4 in. So this was about a $2 profit right here. So another bread and butter item. Alright, here goes another item, another Foster Grant. Again, this cost us only $2. And, hold on, there's like a mosquito next to me. There we go. This cost us $2, and we sold it for $14.70 plus $3.75 shipping. So that was sweet. After shipping and everything else, this ended up being like a $10 or $11 profit. Again, we bought these in bulk. If you have not seen the video, check it out. We bought these. I show you all the Foster Grants, and there's about four, maybe five. I don't even know. There's five. There's probably four different brands. There's Foster Grant and three other brands that came in there, but 90% were foster grant, which was very sweet to see. And they're all different colors and sizes: men's, women's, a few children's. Actually, no children. It's men and women because they're reading glasses. There's not too many kids who need reading glasses. But either way, we were able to make a good profit off of this one. We still have many more, and I put R1101. This is just a little trick I do for myself because I have a red shelf, and in that red shelf, it's got space for up to 6 pairs of glasses. So each shelf is numbered from R1 down to R30. So when I see this sold for R1101, it tells me it's in the red shelf, in the red shelving, level 11, and then it's the number one glass in there. And what I did is that I put these little tags attached to each of these glasses that are in that shelf. Well, I'll say R1101, so I can go straight to the shelf, get that glasses that says R1101. I know that's the exact one that's on this listing, and I don't have to go through 125 pairs of glasses trying to figure out which one I sold. So it's a little trick you guys can do just to help you guys stay organized. Um, you can either put it here or you can put it under the custom SKU when you're doing your listing. But anything you can do to keep organized and just grab those items a lot faster, I suggest you do it, especially now that we're starting to get busy. So again, this was like a $10 or $11 profit. Alright guys, and I just noticed this was the last one for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. Hit the little bell icon on the bottom there so that you guys can be notified when we do bring out these videos. I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you guys are selling, if you got into the cash registers, because I've been talking about cash registers for about a month and a half, 2 months right now, something that a lot of people are not selling. You can find them in your Goodwills, pawn shops especially. Go ahead and check out the serial numbers. They sell just as good as a VCR or DVD player. So take a look at those. I've noticed that the Sharp and the Royale are the two cash registers that make the most money. There is a Casio brand that's out there. It doesn't make as much money, but it could still bring you in some money depending on how much you buy it for. So remember to do the testing on those and make sure that they all the buttons work and all that good stuff. Make sure it's not a lot of missing pieces because then you have to buy those pieces. As far as the cash registers go. But if you're buying in bulk, let me know what you're buying if you don't mind sharing. You don't have to tell me your source. You don't even have to be specific. You could just say I'm buying electronics. I'm doing good. I'm doing bad. I just started. I've been doing this for years. Let's start a conversation down below and let us know what you're selling. As far as what we're doing is that we're starting to buy in bulk. We bought these glasses here. We bought some hand massagers that we're selling locally. And then we're looking into buying some more bulk stuff this weekend. I'm trying to be very specific, and I'm doing a lot of research before I spend my money in buying liquidation stuff. We do have a reseller license, so we do have the option to buy wholesale from like Walmart and Sears, Macy's. We've been approved for Best Buy, GameStop. I'm trying to think of the other places. Home Depot, and about 4 or 5 other big box stores that we have now been approved to buy from them, whether it's salvage condition, new condition, shelf pulls. Like this was a shelf pull with tag, and that's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get just new with tag stuff or stuff that have been pulled from the shelves. We were looking at a deal. We can pick up about 300 games for the PS4 for $200, I think it was. My son is going through all the titles right now to see if it's even worth it because they sent us a manifest. So that might be our next buy. I'm just because they're not shelf pulls; those are used but in good condition, so they say. So that might be the next thing that we buy. Those 200 or 300 games. Um, and then we'll have to test them, which my son obviously is not gonna mind doing. But either way, There's something else we're looking into as well as movies. We can also buy 300 to 400 movies, and they'll just be the DVDs on their own. And again, it's like $250 for that one. Was the other deal that we're trying to work out. I might go that way, but I'm just trying to be very resourceful with the funds that I have, because the last thing I want to do is spend a couple $100 or $1,000 on something, and then it's just gonna sit here. It's not gonna sell for months and months and months. So make sure you do your research before you spend your hard-earned money. And this video is going over 20 minutes, which is super long for me. So I'll leave it at that. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video.